Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of Fun Shots Becoming. Uh, getting set. You may notice that we're like 15 minutes late. Getting set up for the stream has been a bit of a disaster, so please shout loudly in chat if somebody's muted and I don't notice, or anything like that. But moving on from tech issues, let's do some introductions. It's been two weeks. Holy crap! It's been 2 weeks since our last session. I guess I should probably address the elephant in the room. We're down 2 players today, due to scheduling and life conflicts. So, but I figured it might be useful to see how Becoming performs when there are only 2 players. Because from doing that with D&D, I know that sometimes games don't handle that well, and I would like to know. So, yeah, but I have the utmost faith in both of these players to be able to carry the session just fine. So, Lauren, it's been 2 weeks. We've talked off air, but what have you been up to on the internets?
What have I been up to on the internet?
Yeah.
I just wrapped up the first half of Alas for the Awful Sea on Off the Table. It is going to be unexpectedly continued at a date we don't know yet. Sometime, but there will be more sad ocean times.
Yay.
And I don't know, my brother got married, so that was kind of
nothing big.
those last 2 weeks.
Big congrats to him. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What about you, Connor? What have you been up to?
Well, I just got moved into this new place, but I've been streaming a lot on my channel, twitch.tv/Cyberwolf1201. Not a lot of RPG content, but branching out a little bit.
What have you been playing?
I've been playing a lot of Hyrule Warriors, trying to finish that off. After this stream tonight, I'll be starting a playthrough of Ocarina of Time, which I'm super excited about.
Yes.
Ready to talk about all that world building and lore.
Yes.
But yeah, later tonight. So
no lie, Ocarina of Time is my favorite game of all time. Like, it's one of the first games that I ever played, and it holds a special place in my heart that will never be replaced. It's such a good game. That and Majora's Mask. I feel like I don't want to launch into a whole TED talk about it. I would, but that'd be bad for the show. But I feel like Majora's Mask is the better game of the two, narratively speaking. But Ocarina of Time, just like there's so much going on with like what it means to be a kid versus an adult in that game that really like resonated with me when I was growing up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I will end my TED talk there. In the last 2 weeks, I have let's see, I took last week off from streaming. We had like a schedule conflict or something on Tuesday with the league last week, and we didn't have an episode scheduled for Fun Shots on the weekend, so I was just like, fuck it, not gonna stream, gonna work on editing, get some videos cut and put up to you on YouTube. So all of Travel is now up on YouTube. I think all of my Ori and the Blind Forest videos are up there now. And I have episodes 8 and 9 of the League edited but not uploaded yet to the YouTubes. So yeah, lots of YouTube work and then lots of behind the scenes work on stuff that I can't talk about yet. Boo. Which is just going to be my mantra. Anytime I do one of these intro things on a show, it's going to be like, I did a little bit of stuff and then a lot of stuff I don't get to tell you about. And it sucks, but I'm excited about it, and hopefully y'all will be excited when I can talk about that. So,
I mean, is there some of the stuff that I'm also excited about? Is that part of it?
yeah.
Yeah. It's really good. If all of that is as good, all the stuff is as good as the stuff I'm excited about, it's gonna be really good.
I'm gonna smile and nod.
So those vagaries aside, do we want to play some role playing games tonight or today? It's not the evening;
Nah.
it's the afternoon. I'm not used to streaming this early.
I mean, it's late afternoon here.
It's 12:21 here. This is like my wake up time. All right. Let's be some robots. So last episode on Becoming, our protagonists met each other, some for the first time in their home server, the Biggs Hotel. I can actually switch us over to the map for this. Yeah. The Biggs Hotel, and when Violet came into being in the middle of the sort of lounge bar area, he informed the group that their new directive was to investigate disappearances on the network and stop whatever is causing them. So they headed into the docks, talked to an old contact of Jasper's, who informed them that there were a couple people who had gone missing, and gave them some information on that. At which point they went to, what was it? Did you go to Max Volumes next?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so went to Max Volumes and met Violet's sister, Azure, or Azure? Azure?
I call it Azure, but it's however you pronounce the color.
So many pronunciations of that word, and like most of them are wrong, I'm sure. They went there and met Violet's sister. Jasper was a skeevy bag and was like, hey, can I buy this place? Is there a way? Can I make money off of this? And that happened. They uncovered or decrypted, I suppose, a clue regarding one of the disappearances, which was Halsey, whose first name I have forgotten. I should open those notes. Julia Halsey, who was a cab driver, and there was a quote from a Shakespeare play, which, if I remember correctly, was I should not just try to guess off the top of my head because I'll end up revealing another clue instead. Does anybody have that written down?
It's all the world's a stage, and all the men and women are merely players.
There we go.
And then the rest of it.
Yeah.
I just have the important words.
That was in a collected volume of some of Shakespeare's works, with a foreword by an actor. They decided to go check out the cab company that Halsey worked for, got her home address and the general area of the foreman for when Halsey was on shift last. Went to investigate Halsey's apartment and found a business card which named the actor mentioned that wrote the foreword to the book. And that's where we left off.
What was that actor's name?
That actor's name was, now that I have my notes open, Heidi Dillinger.
Right.
Yeah, so I think we're going to fast forward a bit, like maybe a couple hours, to being back at the home server, where Jasper, like, something came up with the hotel. There's like a dispute with one of the vendors for the bar, and so Jasper is tied down in meetings at the moment, and K8 is out running sort of like some recon and investigation elsewhere in the network, and so Jasper has put the two of you, Violet and Celia, on the case to take care of this whole disappearing people problem. So
As
I
you
think,
do.
yeah, I think we come in on the bar with the two of you sitting at it, having like we see Jasper, the back of Jasper, as he walks out of the room. You've just been given these instructions. What do you do?
Uh, did we have the uh, did we have the clue that we got from the foreman's apartment?
You have not gone to the foreman's apartment yet because you didn't know precisely where that was. You just
Yeah.
knew the general area.
Oh,
We
okay.
have the card though, and we
Okay.
also
We have a cat.
also have a cat?
You know what? Yeah, I think you do.
I think we decided that we were taking that cat. I mean, I'm sure the cat is not in the bar, but like,
I mean, it might be. But yeah, I think we can say there's a cat on the home server now.
okay,
Do you want to name the cat?
I don't know. I feel like Kay really wanted that cat, so we should let
All right,
her do it.
I think that's fair. Yeah. So there's like a the cat isn't visible, but there's a small like food bowl next to the bar on the floor, sort of tucked around a corner.
Uh, what's our next move?
I don't know. Guess look up this Dillinger woman.
Have either of us like in the time that we've had since, have we been able to research anything about Heidi Dillinger?
I think we can get just a general think check to see how much you know. So let's get one of those each from both of you. So just a d6 plus your think. Predictably large result from Violet.
I was like, do I even need to?
I'm curious to see how much Celia knows.
Put the space in the wrong place.
That's really
Hey.
good. So I think you both know just about the same amount, but I think for different reasons. Celia, I think you know about Heidi because you've watched some of the films that she's been in, and Violet, I think you like did a search in the car and was like, okay, where's the IMDb page for Heidi. Heidi Dillinger is an actress. So in game terms, she's a sensation. She's acted in a lot of sort of classically themed plays and movies, but more recently she's been involved in sort of more poppy, like romance films and that kind of stuff. But one of the quirks about her is that she's a method actor. So when she's researching a role, she will go and like embed herself in the culture of the character she's supposed to be portraying. So she'll like go, if she's playing a waitress somewhere, she'll go wait tables and like actually be a waitress for a bit to get a more authentic performance. So yeah. And she almost certainly lives in a high-rise somewhere downtown, I would think.
Downtown.
I mean, Heidi's a movie star. It's not like that's not a lead we can follow.
Yeah, she wouldn't be able to talk about anything that she's about to be involved in, would she?
Can we even talk to her?
if she was, say, about to be cast as a waitress, we could probably find her being a waitress. But that's we wouldn't be able to find that out, would we?
I mean, you could always see if in some of the gossip magazines if there's anything that she's filming.
Do we have any gossip magazines on?
Absolutely, you do.
I
Because
feel like
as-
Jasper has gossip magazines because he wants to read about himself.
Oh, well, he's not here to defend himself, but yeah,
I'm
probably.
sorry. Like, I'm
But, like,
sorry. I'm sorry, Joel, if you're watching this.
But like immediately as it's like mentioned, even if it's like the furthest chance it is, Violet's just going to go straight to the gossip magazines,
Mm-hmm.
as if he was compulsed to do so.
Yeah, I think this sounds like another think test. I think most of these research investigation type things are think tests. Celia,
I'll
are you
help.
helping? Yeah, I think this is a complexity 1, difficulty. I think this is pretty guarded information, so I'm gonna make this a 12.
So I would use 2d6 because the helper and the normal.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think I'm helping by like showing. Oh, well, never mind. I was
mean-
gonna say I'm helping because like I know where like what magazines have like the better information
Yeah,
think,
absolutely. Makes
from
sense.
my past.
I'd like to think the 6 was you helping.
Yeah, the +7 certainly helps, but yeah, the personal info or the personal background and experience makes a lot of sense. There is a lot of speculation about what she's working on. But there was a big story, like paparazzi moment, that happened maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, where somebody got a picture of her in a cab driving uniform.
Hmm.
And it was like, is this famed actress Heidi Dillinger? What could this mean for her future career? Movie star on the rocks? Has to be a taxi driver?
Huh. Well. Whenever we went to the actual like cab dispatch place, we weren't able to like find any information on the drivers, I think.
You weren't looking at the time.
Yeah.
You were looking for who was in charge while Halsey was working.
Right.
So that was the information you obtained.
But we knew that was Lana?
Yes.
Okay. Does K8 still have that file?
Presumably, but she's not around right now.
Damn it.
And that information was just like shift managers, foremen.
Yeah.
Do we want to risk going back?
You do have a couple other leads as well, if you're not feeling super comfortable with this one. If I remember correctly, you had a
There was a whole other missing person.
yeah.
Was
There was a classified ad, right? That was
Falcon Bay.
yeah, Curtis Brown looking for his wife.
Pam, yeah.
I mean, honestly, Jasper and Kay don't really like to be in Falcon Bay right now, so it might be worth they aren't around.
You're right.
Better than trying to go find a movie star in a cab company.
Makes sense. What was our other lead?
I think
That
those
was
were the.
about
I
There
think
it.
those were the two that
there
you
was-
had.
There was something that we were avoiding in the docks, but I didn't remember.
Oh,
if that was
no.
a lead.
There wasn't really anything we were avoiding in the docks, just
Yeah.
the docks in general.
Yeah, K8 made some noise over there.
Oh,
And so,
Huh.
yeah, the goal was to avoid getting in
No,
trouble.
that was Falcon Bay. I just don't want to.
Oh, the
Celia
docks,
doesn't want
yeah.
to be in the docks because Celia used to live there and doesn't want that.
Mhm.
Yeah, we could go to Falcon Bay while, because neither of us have. I mean, unless you are programmed to have some kind of problem with Falcon Bay.
I don't think so. And he spends a good while actually thinking about it. No, I don't think so. Shall we?
I think she has a drink and she's like looks at it and is just like,
You know, Jasper hired me to sing. Now I'm doing his dirty work. Yeah, let's go.
All right, he's gonna put his drink down and start leading the way out to a car that we have.
Do I want to do it right now? Do I want to do it now or later?
I don't know.
Uh,
I feel like it's
Well,
not appropriate right now, so I won't.
Okay. So are you taking Jasper's car?
did he show us-
actually, I think we should call a cab.
Oh,
Mm.
that would make sense. Yeah, you can call a cab. So, do you call the
Yeah, I
LED
call
cab
LED.
company? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you looking to get anything out of this interaction, or just
Yeah,
just
I
go in the
wanna
cab?
I wanna like chat up the taxi driver. And
All right. So I think it takes like, I don't know, 20 minutes for the cab to show up. And by the time that it rolls up, y'all are standing outside in the sort of chill digital evening. And they lean over the passenger side. You two getting in?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Right. So
and then I just stand there waiting for Violet to open the door.
About 2 ticks, and then he does. Because he sort of remembered Jasper doing it. He's just like,
Mhm.
oh, that's how it's supposed to act.
Oh, right. That's a thing that people do.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, once you get in, so where you going to tonight?
I'll give him the. Do we have the address for this?
For
This guy
Curtis
in
Brown?
Falcon
I believe so. I believe his address
I
was
mean,
in
I feel like
classified.
that would be the best way to get for help wanted ad to be like, or like a phone number or something.
Yeah, I mean, also like newspapers used to just print people's addresses
Yeah.
all the time, which is
They
a thing
did,
that
like-
blew me away when I found that out. It's like so and
So-and-so
so
lives
at,
blah,
and I was like,
Yeah.
that's their home. You're telling everyone where they. Why would you do that? It's like, I guess nobody cared. But yeah, wild. So yeah, I think his address was in there.
Yeah. So we'll go to his. So I'll give him his address and, I'll say. Seems like an interesting job driving cabs.
Yeah, depends on the day. Some days it's interesting, some days it's boring. Either way, it's long.
What's today like?
Today is a long one. You actually caught me right at the end of my shift.
Oh, I'm sorry to trouble you.
Yeah, he like starts. He seems sort of taken aback by you actually being friendly. It's no problem, lady. Really, not a big deal. So Falcon Bay, huh? This time of day, this time of night. What's got you going that way?
Oh, we just have some business to take care of. I wonder, this is LED, right? The company.
One and only.
Did you know? Did you know that woman, Julia?
It's a good question. Can you roll me a d6? Just a flat d6. Hey, Julia. Oh, yeah, Halsey. Yeah, she works evenings, like me. Not
Yeah.
super close, but yeah. Why, you have a bad experience or something?
No, you didn't hear in the news. She's gone missing.
What? No way. Missing?
Yeah, in the docks, they said.
In the docks? The fuck was she doing out there? Docks are a bad place. You don't stay there. You drop people off, you keep driving on.
You haven't heard from her? It just seems strange. I mean, who would want to hurt a taxi cab driver?
It beats the hell out of me.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to worry you. Do you think it was personal, or do you know her well?
Best as I know, kept to herself. At least with a home life. I guess she was chatty. She liked to talk to, passengers and get to know them a bit. But can't think of her having any enemies. It seemed like a nice gal.
Do you read the gossip magazines, mister?
I don't and it's clear he was about to say something like very rude and then thought second of it. Hey, not so much. No.
Oh. I just saw something about there was some movie star. There's some movie star who's dressed up as a cat, and I didn't making a movie about people like you.
Really?
Taxi cab driver?
A movie about taxi drivers? You don't say.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
You haven't heard anything about that, have you? No company secrets about movie stars?
Come
Come on, you can tell me.
Can you roll? I think this is a wink roll that you're making.
Is it a wink or is it shakedown because I'm doing it with the force of my personality?
That's a good point. It really depends on if you're like trying to play the like, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just me. I'm just Celia, or if you're like using your charisma to sort of.
I would be, yeah, I'd be trying to like just like get that like, you can tell me a secret, like what's a secret between strangers kind of thing, like.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can use shakedown here.
Okay. I can start flirting with him if that will help you.
I don't know that it would make him feel any more comfortable, but
Oh no! I pressed it in the wrong way. Now the whole internet knows I'm bad at Roll20. Oh god.
ooh,
I'm real good.
that's
At
real
shaking.
good. I think, yeah, I don't think he has the highest ego, so I think a 9 will do it. Well, you know, just between us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there've been some talks about, you know, an actress working with the company a little bit. I I mean, I had the chance to work with them myself. I don't think. But you know, I heard the boss man talking, and said it was good for the company, and
You don't think? What do you mean?
well, I from what I heard, they were giving her a whatchamacallit, a suede name or something.
Oh, yeah.
And
Like
and
a
and
secret identity.
yeah, like a secret identity for sure. And so we wouldn't know, but there have been a couple people coming on recently, so
Oh, yeah?
could have been a few of them.
How long have you been working?
Oh, and he like puffs up his chest, and he's like, I've been driving around for a good 3 years now. Know
Hmm?
the city like the back of my hand.
Yeah. Well, I hope I get in your cab again sometime.
I hope so too. I I think this is like as you're pulling up, and he's like barely paying attention to the road at this point. Oh, uh, we're here, and he stops the car and gets out and walks around to open your door.
One more thing. Julia, how long have you known her?
Julia, she switched onto the evening shift about 3 months ago. Yeah.
Oh. Interesting. Well, it's nice. And how long had she be working there before, or did you just meet her 3 months ago?
Just met her when she came onto the shift.
Oh. Well. Been real nice to talk to you. What's your name?
My name it's Lewis, and he like holds out a hand.
Alright, and she'll take it and she'll use it to like get out of the cab.
Yeah, he was absolutely meaning it as like a handshake, and then you're just like, mm-hmm. Well, you does like an awkward salute. Have a good night, miss, and you too, sir. Whew.
All right. Well, that's interesting.
That was excellent.
Oh. What? Like, I was just talking to him.
Yeah, that.
What do you mean?
I'm. It's just. I don't know. You talked to him, and he gave us a lot to think about, a lot of leads.
I mean, usually that happens when you talk to people. You learn stuff. It's the way I've always done it.
Even before you woke up.
I mean, people just kind of told me stuff back then. It was said I was easy to talk to. I'm people don't do that so much now, but if I talk to them, they usually want to talk back. People usually want to be listened to. You just make them feel important.
Huh. Um. So we're at Curtis Brown.
Curtis. Yes.
Not Chris
So. So Falcon Bay is a bit different from the docks. It's still a like coastal area, but whereas the docks are very clearly industrial, there's a lot of like houses this far back from the waterfront, but closer to the waterfront, there are a bunch of stores and restaurants, and there's like a ferry landing, I think, on the water. But yeah, Curtis Brown's place is a simple one-story affair, with, I think, like there's a dying potted plant out front. But it's otherwise unremarkable. It's got a small lawn, probably like 5 feet from the front door to the sidewalk.
I think before, just for aesthetic reasons, before I left, like before we left the hotel, Celia changed into something a little bit less glamorous and more like something somebody would go to pick up a classified app.
Okay.
little less sequence.
Yeah.
All right. Makes sense. Is there? Do you wanna like poke around first, or do you just wanna go up to the door and?
I don't know. What do you want to do, Violet? I just talk to people.
I feel like whenever you say that, he would just go up and like knock on the door and turn back. Like, yes, this is what we're doing.
I mean, we don't have to. You can go look around or something, but I'm not good at any of that. That's Kay's job.
There's some shuffling inside in response to the knock, and then you hear like a deadbolt turn and like a chain slide, and the door opens. Yeah. Who are you?
Mr. Brown?
Who's asking?
Sorry, my name's Violet. This is my partner Celia. We want to talk to you about Pam, if that's all right.
Oh. Sure thing. Come on in.
And he'll stand out waiting for Celia to go in before him.
Celia will smile at Violet as she passes him and go inside.
Inside there's a kitchenette that's probably like all Formica and it's like all mint green, and then off to the left is a small sitting room, living room with a big old TV, and by big I mean as far as its proportions, not its actual size. There's a couch with sort of like a doily type thing on it, a couple chairs, and there's a coffee table with a wilted flower in it. Please have a seat. Get you any water?
That's all right, thank you.
Right. Turns to Violet. Whiskey?
Yes. Sure, that'd be great, thank you. And he's going to be saying that as he just like takes a cursory glance to the room. Does he notice anything out of the ordinary?
Go ahead and make a quick think test. With a 9, yeah, the room is poorly taken care of. I don't know that this is like it's out of the ordinary, but I don't know that it's uncharacteristic or unexpected. Like there's dust collecting on all of the surfaces. The carpet clearly hasn't been vacuumed in a while. The wilted flour on the table is wilted so far that it's just sort of become dry, and most of the water in the glass that it was set in has evaporated by now. There's a deep, noticeable like butt print in one of the chairs as well. And Curtis comes back, and they hand a small glass to you and sit down with another one, take a sip. So, you investigators or?
Yeah. Yeah, we want to find Pam for you.
That's good. It's been hard.
I can imagine.
Yes. What do you want to know? It's been 2 weeks now.
Well, when did she go missing? What time of day was it?
I can't say for sure. Went out to work and came back. She was gone. Things were all here. She was gone.
Does she have a job, or does she stay at home?
She does. She works as a waitress over near the wharf. Works a lot of odd hours, so thought maybe she'd just gone to work, but didn't come back. So.
And where do you work?
I work in the docks.
Oh. What do you do there?
I'm a stevedore. Carry things in off the docks in warehouses, move stuff around.
Did you ever go to the bitter end?
Once or twice when I was younger, but not really my crowd.
What do you mean?
It's some unsavory characters hang out there.
Didn't always used to be like that, though, did it?
Suppose not, but things change. Seems these days things just get worse.
Sorry. Back to your wife. Where does she work? What's the restaurant?
It's the restaurant that the GM should have named already. It is the Fisherman's Net. Net is in all caps.
Oh.
I was like, you already have one fish pun on this map. You can't have two.
All of the fish puns.
And you saw her the morning before you left?
Yeah. Yeah. Had breakfast. Said goodbye. Same as always.
What time did you get back?
Got back around 6 p.m.
And was there any new people that she mentioned? Anything weird that was happening?
I'm gonna have him roll a think roll on that.
Can I help him?
I don't think so. um. No, I mean, she doesn't like to talk about work too much. Says home is a place for happy thoughts, not busy work.
Mm-hmm. Can you think of anybody who might want to hurt her?
Could you roll shakedown, please?
Remember how to do this.
An 8. That's pretty good. He swallows noticeably. Not that I can think of. Lovely
Mr.
girl.
Brown,
Yes.
if there's something you're not telling us, we can't do our jobs properly.
Can't say I know what you mean.
Are you sure? There's nothing you want to tell us about somebody who might want to hurt her.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. She wasn't one to make enemies. Not really the arguing sort.
What about you, Mr. Brown? Are you somebody to make enemies? The docks are a hot place.
I try to keep my head down. You know, stay out of trouble. Just
So,
trying to make a wage.
GM. GM, what I'm getting from this role is that he's lying to me.
He's probably keeping something from you.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's gonna put her hand on his and said,
Look, Mr. Brown, I know what it's like to get mixed up in something you don't want to. Why do you think I asked about the bitter end? If I can help you get out, just like I got out.
Go read the stats real quick. Uh-oh, my document is super fucked up. What happened? Oh, it's not. It's just showing side-by-side pages. I'm like, half of the information in the game is missing. Oh, it's because I'm only seeing half of the pages. Whoops. I think this one's more of a wink roll than a
okay.
Shakedown.
I don't know.
Because you're trying to say what you think he wants to hear.
Yeah. I'm very confused between the two of these. Okay.
Yeah, wink is more like saying the right thing. Shakedown is more shakedown is less saying the right thing and just being forceful and convincing. Right? Does that
But I
make
thought
sense?
because we switched shakedown to wink because this was like she's trying to like, because that was like the charm stat. Like, I thought Wink was more like
I mean, yeah,
deception.
Wink is typically more deception. Normally, I think yes. Most of the things you've been doing here are shakedown. I think
Yeah.
in this case,
It's
because you're
okay,
saying
that's
I
fine.
can get you
I'm
out.
not trying to like argue. I'm just trying to understand. All right. Can I get help somehow? Like how how could Violet help in this situation?
I feel like he's just been sipping on the whiskey and saying that it was good and hoping that that was the right thing to say.
Okay. I'll just roll my amazing Wink. Oh no.
Uh, don't get the wrong idea. I appreciate what you're saying, but I'm not in any sort of trouble. And look, if you wanna look into what's going on with Pam, I'll gladly accept the help. But this isn't
I can't
about
look
me.
into what's going on with Pam if there's something you're not telling me.
I ain't kept nothing from you. I'm telling
We
God's
both
own
know
truth.
that's a lie. Look, I'm trying to be nice to you. Doesn't have to go that way. I can walk away and your wife can stay.
I think that's a shakedown roll. There we go. Yeah, for sure. Because now you're threatening him.
Yeah, I don't want to. This is bad. I don't like this. That's still not very good.
Ooh. Yeah. I think this door is closing.
Yeah.
He stands up. Look, you can say that you know what you don't, but you don't. Truth is, things aren't that complicated with me. So, if you're not gonna help, then feel free to leave.
No, Mr. Brown, I'm sorry. But look, it's important. It's missing. It's important that we find her.
And she like kind of like shrink back a little bit. And
I didn't mean to offend you. I want to do the best that I can to try and find something. I'm so sorry. Do you have anything else that you think might be helpful?
Well, I went through her things a little bit when she didn't come home. He pulls a card out of his front pocket, and this was on her vanity. Hands it to you. It's a plain card. It just says 17, 2, 1, Beatrice.
Damn, I love that play.
And I think this is a good point for us to take our first break. So, yeah, we're going to step away for a couple minutes. Still having technical difficulties with the service I use for break music, so you're musicless tonight. My apologies. But we will be back in a couple minutes. See you soon. We're unmuted. Awesome. Hello, and welcome back to the second hour of episode 2 of Fun Shots Becoming, where Lauren is very excited about Shakespeare.
I'm very excited about Shakespeare.
So you have received this card. What would you like to do next?
Immediately pull out the anthology
Yeah.
without leaving.
Really? I think that's yeah. And she'll just be like, oh, okay.
So you flip through, and I'm gonna require a think roll, and this is to see if you have to brute force it or if you between the two of you know.
Yeah. I'll help
Mm-hmm.
I can type.
do it. Do the typing.
Yeah, you'll figure that out just fine. You flip to Act 2, Scene 1 of Much Ado About Nothing. And you do see another set of underlined words. The first word of 2 lines are underlined, and the lines are, "How tartly that gentleman looks. I never can see." And then the second line is, "Him but I am heartburned an hour after."
Yeah. Good line. So it's how him?
Are the 2 words, yes.
How tartly that gentleman looks.
I have never seen. I never can
You
see
never
him,
see
but
him, but I am
heartburned.
heartburned an hour after. Oh,
Yeah.
God, I love that play. Everybody read Much Ado About Nothing. It's real good.
And what were our other words?
All and they and. How him.
Oh God.
Heck, there are more words.
Oh God. Oh,
Who
admin.
knows?
So she'll kind of like turn to Mr. Brown and say, thank you, this is very helpful.
It is.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't
More than you know.
know who this Beatrice person is. I tried looking for a phone number, but nothing came up.
It's a code. Do you know who she got this card from?
Wish I did. If I did, I would tell you.
Okay. Well, we'll keep in touch, but you've been very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Put the anthology away. Sit the whiskey glass down. This fine whiskey. Thank you. And thank you for your time. And start walking out, hold the door open for Cecilia. As we, I guess, have to hail another cab.
Celia's
I guess
also
we've been
checked
here for a
doors.
bit.
Well, yeah, I suppose we should. You know, I wish Jasper were here. We'll have to tell him that you know, us regular folk, when we go missing, you know, they aren't less than us, right?
He's silent. Violet's silent.
I mean, I don't know why we are the way we are and they are why I came back after, but
What was it? If you don't mind me asking, how did you wake up?
I don't know. Kay and Jasper call it. I woke up and I was singing in the hotel, and I was a lot better.
Real quick, Lauren.
People don't.
Having some cutting out on your microphone. Could you
Oh,
lower
I'm
the
sorry.
Discord sensitivity? That's fine. It
I
happens.
can try, but I don't know how to do that.
If you go to user settings, that little cogwheel on the bottom left, and then voice and video, there's the input sensitivity slider. It's like green and yellow. Just slide that to the left.
Oh. Okay. How's that?
That sounds better so far.
Okay. It was on automatic, so.
Yeah, I imagine it's because, like, especially when you get into like a softer voice, it'll be like, that's too quiet. That's clearly not a person.
I'm so sorry. I'll
It's
talk
fine.
louder.
It has happened with at least one person, I think, on every single show I've ever run, so you're fine.
Okay. Yeah, I crashed and I woke up and everything was different. It was a real nasty shock, you know. Walking around thinking everything's real, and Jasper was real nice to me. Made me a drink, explained to me what was going on. Gave me a place to stay in his hotel and a job. But I don't know. I don't think that usually happens when people die.
Right. We've got to figure this shit out.
I want you to know these people, they're important too. Kay and Jasper, they don't seem to understand. I hope you will.
He'll not.
So, did y'all hail a cab?
Yeah.
Okay. So at about this point in your conversation, a car rolls up, and a man leans out the passenger side. Hey, you two, work for Jasper Biggs?
Who's asking?
I'm asking.
Who are you?
Not really important?
Could be.
You can hear a voice from the driver's side, and you can like see the driver leaning down to look at the windshield. Hey, say, she looked familiar to you, Lance? Hey, shut up, Roscoe. Lance.
Oh God.
Name's Lance. You work for Biggs? Yes or no?
No, you got the wrong people.
Can you roll wink for me, please?
Hate this. I hate you so much.
Sorry, not sorry. A 6. All right.
Oh God.
You don't, huh? Oh shit. Look, she does look familiar, Lance. She really does. I swear I've seen it. Jesus fucking Christ, Roscoe. We're on a fucking job here. Hey, look, you know Jasper Biggs? Why you heading to his hotel?
It's a nice place.
It's a nice place. I'm
she'll like she'll wrap her arm around Violet, and sometimes people just want to go somewhere nice to relax.
Huh. Yeah. Oh, no, for real, Lance, I'm telling you. Jeez, if you don't shut the fuck up right now, Roscoe, I'm gonna...
Do I know who Lance and Roscoe are?
Roll think.
Okay.
I think this is a pretty low challenge, so you're not gonna need like a huge roll, but...
Oh my god, I'm so nervous I'm typing all the wrong things. What's my thing?
Yeah, you do. Lance is sort of like a lieutenant in the Southside Boys,
Mm-hmm.
and he's in acquisitions and account management. I fucking Christ, Roscoe, fine, shut the fuck up. You spend any time at the bitter end? Friend here's obsessed with you.
No, I guess I just got one of those faces, I suppose.
I'm gonna need you to roll wink again.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
sorry.
There's no way. I hate you so much. I hate you a lot.
This is gonna be a hard one. Oh! Wait, are you? Oh, fucking Christ. Roscoe, get out of the fucking car!
No.
And
Celia's gonna take out her gun.
Yeah, and I think as this like larger man gets out of the car, you can see he's got a handgun as well, and
Celia's gonna push Violet behind her.
Lance is going to... Lance steps out of the car with like a knife, and we're gonna...
Celia will...
I think we're heading into conflict.
No, she's gonna point the gun at him. She's gonna say, "You didn't see me.
No,
We don't have to do."
I'm pretty sure I know what I fucking saw. Fucking murderer.
Excuse me?
Yeah, how fucking convenient. Step 1, Bosco's missing. Step 2, you're
Wait,
here.
Axel's missing?
Oh yeah, you keep talking. He's going to try and hit you. You can choose not to enter conflict. So conflict happens when both sides are entering.
Yeah,
into,
I think
attack and defense.
I think the fact that Axel is missing like threw her off, and so she's like, I mean, this hit is not in con.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's going to. I'm gonna roll a d6 to target. He's going to be using combat knife as a command.
Okay.
So /R1.
So that's my K-Sec plus dash.
There is no defense against combat knife.
Right. There's no defense.
It's just seeing which registry he targets. So I'm gonna roll a d6, and I'll be targeting that registry address on you.
Okay.
So 5, is that Colonel?
Yeah, it really is.
Oh Jesus Christ. Okay, so Lance is talking the whole time he is walking up to you, and then he just comes in with this knife, and buries it to the handle into your gut, and you're gonna take, what is that, 10 Colonel
So add your crash to the current tick die, and compare the result to the target's K-Sec.
Is that what it is?
Yes. I'm reading it because I also have it.
Yes. There we go. Security protocol. Combat knife. Footprint 1. Jesus, that's deadly. Bring this over onto this monitor. Successfully hit the register, add your crash to the current tick die, compare the result to the target's KSEC. If the result is equal to or greater than. Okay, I did not roll tick for him, so it's just going to be another d6. /R1d6. Not 1d67. 4 plus crash. Is that already higher than your KSEC?
Yeah, it's already higher than my KSEC.
All right, and then you take 10, is it?
Yeah.
10% to your integrity, which is not enough to force a problem, I don't think.
Okay.
But yeah, there's this sound of like breaking glass as the knife pierces you, and your data is beginning to take corruption. You feel it because your kernel, right, is like it's who you are, and so you feel this shock basically to everything that composes you. What would you like to do? Or Violet, actually, what would you like to do?
Okay, if I wanted to load a corruptor, add a corruptor, because that's really my only defense or offense. What would I need to do? Load it into memory or?
Yeah. So do you have the corruptor library?
Yes.
All right.
You also have Pummel. You can just punch him.
Let me tell you about Pummel. I can't do shit with Pummel.
1% plus crash. Yes. Yes, you can.
Okay, so what do I need to?
You're just gonna, since we're out of conflict right now, you just do it. You take the command and you load it into memory, which means you assign a memory slot to it. You can have a number of commands in addition to your basic commands equal to your memory score loaded at a time, which I believe is 2.
Right.
So what you're doing, and we'll talk about this as if we're in conflict. What you do is you run the load command library command, and that loads one of your libraries from your storage into your memory, and you can choose from that library up to your memory in commands, and those are loaded. So you can pick 2 commands from the corruptors library and load those.
Awesome.
And then just make sure to mark a slot number between 1 and 20 for those.
Yep.
And then Roscoe's going to take some shots from the car. Do we want to enter conflict?
Yes.
Okay. So how conflict works is there's no initiative in conflict. Everything happens simultaneously, each tick, like sort of turn. So what we're going to do is at the beginning of a new round, everyone involved is going to roll their tick dice. There's a convenient macro at the top of your character sheet for this. And then I think you can do it if you're a player. Hot damn, 3 elegance is useful. I think you can do this as a player, but what you're going to do is just where there's that square with the number, that's a die. You can click and drag that out of the chat and onto the screen. I think a player can do it. I know the GM can. Will it let you or no?
No.
Okay, then I will do that for you. But in a real life game, in a meat space game of becoming, you would set these dice in front of you in a particular order. So let me grab the 2 and the 4 for Violet, and then the 5. Oh, and it's coloring.
Oh yeah, no, I can pull it. Sorry, I was
okay.
pulling the wrong.
Perfect. And it even colors the dice for you. That's awesome.
Yeah. Whee.
And then let me roll tick dice for these hooligans here.
Ugh. I'm not about this.
Which is a lot.
It looks like my corruptor library is already loaded. Is that like a thing?
Yeah, you can have it already loaded.
Okay.
That is totally fine. They have very little reserved elegance, and a lot of elegance. So they're going to be trying some shit. So,
Oh my god, what? I don't like that.
I'm sorry.
I don't like
what's
that
Four,
a lot.
4 5s and a 4 and a 1. This is Lance. And the second one is Roscoe. Jesus, Roscoe.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they're limited in what they can do.
I did nothing wrong.
Absolutely. Absolutely not.
I did!
You're
I literally did nothing wrong. You know this.
You're 100% right. I don't know that they agree with you. Okay, so on tick 1, you can rearrange. Here's where it gets sort of strategic, is you can rearrange your dice into whatever order you would like. Obviously, if you have many dice, that matters a little more. But basically, every turn, every tick, you're going to be using whatever dice you have set for that tick as the effectiveness of a given command. You can always choose to hold instead, in which case you will add your current value to the next one. So if you got like all 1s, for example, then you would still have a way to get some stuff done. You always have access to a scrubbing test, which I believe is outlined in the rules, which is run like a normal test, meaning it takes the whole conflict round, but you can use that to repair corrupted slots or where's my brain? Integrity damage. Sort of like it's self-heal. So, on the first tick, do either of you want to rearrange your tick dice? Or are you happy with?
So how does pummel work with tick dice?
Pummel is
Or is that just like free target damage?
Pummel is just pummel, although it might be, hold on. Let me see. Basic commands. Pummel. Yeah, so with pummel, you add crash to your tick die, and then you're hoping to beat the sum, not the sum, the total of the opponent's K-Sec and dash.
Okay.
With that. So, and that's typically how it works, is the tick die is less the effectiveness of your command result, so much as like your hit attempt, if you think in like D&D terms.
Okay.
So if you are happy with your dice order, we can move into...
So, Connor, if you can find out their kernel, that would be super useful.
I think we have to wait.
No, I know.
One
But
tick
like,
before I can do that, though.
yeah,
Before I can start using that ability.
yeah, but like, just in life.
So what would I'm pretty sure I know what their first tick action is going to be on both of them. But let me just double check their sequences. Yeah, they're going with this one.
By the way, you're gonna be dead because they like you're gonna be fine, but you might just die because they super want to kill me.
I'm sure we're both dead.
Let's see.
I mean,
Lance
depends on, they might want to kill you, but
and Roscoe. Get their HP totaled up. Okay. Yeah, they're both running a sequence. Celia, what would you like to do with your first take action?
ouch.
I
She's
don't think ouch is
gonna.
command.
Okay. I'm gonna pummel.
Okay. Which one?
The one that fucking stabbed me.
Lance. All right.
I shouldn't swear so much. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Swearing is allowed on this stream.
And I'm gonna be like, I don't know anything about what's going on with Axel missing. I haven't seen Axel since he killed me. And shoot him.
All right. And Violet, what are you gonna do with your first take action?
I would also like to take out a weapon. I want to take out a Kernel Corruptor.
Okay.
If that's a thing I can do.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to hit the one who got out of the car later. I don't remember
Roscoe.
his name.
Yeah.
Their name.
So
All
it
right.
has. I had a question about the Kernel Corruptor because it has a foot. So does that mean?
Right.
Oh.
Technically, that should, and I'm realizing that this is a hole in the game a little bit, especially at the starting point. Theoretically, you're not supposed to start the game with an additional library. You're supposed to just have the basic and learn to use those for a bit. But I think for now, I think in core rules we're going to stick with, you have to have enough tick dice to actually use it. But for the purposes of this, because I figured out how to make one-shots and short-shots work after we started this, I'm going to let you use it. It's just going to use up your whole turn.
No, I'm going to actually retcon that to storage. Or, memory.
Memory is one.
Memory.
Okay.
Because that's...
Memory's footprint one.
Perfect. That works out really well. So with Pummel, do you need to target a registry, or does it just happen?
It attacks their kernel directly.
Yeah, so you need to try and target their kernel, and Violet, you're gonna have to try and target that. It's universal for all actions, essentially, is that you have to. There's a little bit of an exploratory phase at the beginning of combat where you're trying to figure out what the opponent's numbers are, and the opponent is trying to figure out yours.
I will target.
So
3.
1 to 6. So 3, perfect.
Yeah.
And Connor.
2.
2. Okay. Crap, I didn't assign those values. Let me roll some d6s. Let's do 4d6, and then we'll just assign these. And all right. So with a 3 on the kernel attempt, right? For Pummel, that is actually successful.
Yes.
So the Pummel is you're rolling a 5 plus your crash, I believe, which is which is a total of
5 plus my plus crash is a total of 9.
All right, and that's against their infos or KSEC? Yeah, KSEC and dash.
KSEC.
And that hits. So go ahead and how much is that? That's 1% for each crash that you have?
Yeah, or 1 plus crash.
Yes,
we
1
decided
plus crash. Right.
So that's 5.
So that's 5. All right. So Lance takes mean 5. As I think you fire this shot, and it's in close range, so it he manages to get most of the way out of the way, but it grazes his shoulder. And then a 2 was aimed at memory, right?
Yes.
So that misses. However, integrity damage was taken, so you will be able to use your conflict analysis on the following tick.
Okay.
Their actions, they're both going to roll a kernel corruption against Celia.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll 2d6 to try and target your kernel registry.
Nope.
Nope. So Lance stabs again, but this time you're ready for it. And I think as you step out of the way of the knife thrust, you also step out of the path of the bullet. And you can see it in sort of slow motion as you fell into conflict. Basically, all of you synced with the server's processes so that there's like zero latency is the goal here. And that means like every action just slows down a little bit while you're fighting. So you dodge out of the way and you can see this bullet just fly past you and into the door of the house behind you. And we move on to tick number 2. So we can grab these, move them over. We're done with those. What action would each of you like to take on this tick?
I'm holding.
You're holding?
Conflict analysis.
Okay. Conflict analysis. That's gonna be scary next turn. So conflict analysis. Can you read that for me?
So these were the previous rules as written.
Mhm.
If you or an allied program successfully targeted another program slot in the previous tick, you may attempt to gather information about the targeted data.
Right.
Add your think score to your current tick die, then compare the result to your target's infosec score. If the result is equal to or greater than the infosec score, you learn the name of the data in the slot as well as which registry it's in.
Right. And I think off air we adjudicated that now, instead of doing that because it's useless to find out about the slot you just successfully hit, Connor can select another registry and slot number and find out information about that. You have a 7 in think, right?
Yes.
Plus a 4. That beats their infosec by a lot.
So please tell me what's in slot number 5, please.
Which registry would you like?
Registry 5. Sorry.
Registry 5. Okay. Registry 5 on Lance is a storage registry, and in which slot number do you want?
2.
2. In 2 is the Corruptors Library. And they are doing nothing because they spent a 6-tick command on the... I think actually technically I did that wrong. They're supposed to say they're executing it now and it takes effect on the end. But they missed anyway, so that's fine, but I will keep that in mind. All right, which means we move to tick 3, which is just Celia, which you've got a 9 total value for your tick at the moment.
Yeah.
What would you like to do to poor Lance?
What would I like to do to poor Lance? I would like to combat knife him.
Because you know what his kernel registry is now.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
In registry number 3.
So what does that look like? Is it an actual knife for you, or is this your gun?
No, it's a gun.
Okay. So what does it look like when you blow 10 points of corruption into him?
I mean, should I hit?
I mean, I'm pretty sure you hit.
So wait, that's 9 plus. So that's a 13.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. What do I do? I'm just like, I think I don't want to necessarily kill him because I want like information out of him. So I think when he goes to like stab me again, I'm gonna like shoot the gun right at his wrist.
Ooh. Yeah.
Make him drop it.
There's that glass shattering sound again, and this like red crystalline mist flies out from his arm, and he shit!
I'll tell you again. I had nothing to do with Axel's disappearance.
Fucking Roscoe, shoot her! And we hit the end of the round, and they both miss. So I think we're going to head into round 2. So rather than just roll off the thing, can you, if you right click these and go, is there a multi-sided option on the dice that you control? Can you go to, is random side an
Random
option?
side, yeah.
Yeah, so you can just do that. You can select all of them and then multi-sided random side to re-roll them.
Ooh. And then we
Oh,
can...
Roscoe, no. Oh, you know what? We skipped a step.
We skipped a step.
Yeah, because I've never run conflict before, so I completely forgot one of the rules, which is port phases are a thing.
Oh.
Which are a defensive thing. So when you enter within the skeuomorphic engine, programs in conflict phase into one of 4 different states of interactivity to protect themselves from harmful data sent their way or reserve greater system resources. When determining how effective a command is, add the program's port phase to the roll. Additionally, programs can only target another program if the target is in the same phase, the phase below, or any higher phase. So you have phases 1, 2, 3, and 4, and think of these essentially as choosing a modifier that you get to apply to your commands.
Oh, okay.
But if your modifier is higher than an opponent's, then they can target with a command. If you're in 4 and they're at 1, you can't target them with a command.
Okay, so a lower phase is better?
A lower phase is safer. A higher phase is more effective. So it's a trade-off. I think both of them are going to be in phase 4.
All right, I'll go in phase 4 too if they're in phase 4.
Fuck it, let's go. All right. Violet, what are you feeling?
Protect yourself.
Can I go into like phase 2?
Yes, you can, which means you get a +2, but you are more than 1 phase away from 4, so you're safe from both of them for now. As long as they stay in that phase. There's also, keep in mind, there's the port switch command, which can be used to change that mid conflict round. Did you re-roll your dice, Connor?
Yes.
I did not.
So if you select those 2 tokens, like click and drag to select both of them, and then right-click.
I can't select them.
Hmm?
I can't select them.
Really?
Yeah, because
it's because I brought them onto the table. Okay, then just roll your tick dice and drag those onto the board instead of me dragging them. 2 and a 3. Ouch.
Yeah,
all right. Are you good with that order? 2 and 3?
Yes.
All right. So, tick 1. What do you want to do?
Shit. Okay. So, port switch, was that already loaded?
Yes, it's a basic command.
Okay. I would like to... Shit. There's nothing I can do right now if they're more than 1 port away from me.
No, you can target anyone higher up than you.
Oh, okay.
Lower numbers are safer. Higher numbers deal more are more likely to pass difficulties.
Okay. I would like to try to target their memory again with the corruptor. This time looking at 6.
Okay.
Roscoe, I think is his name.
Mm-hmm. Roscoe on 6. Do you have is there a slot number required for that?
It just says, corrupted in a slot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So also pick a slot number.
3.
3. So 6 and 3 for you on that. And that's going to be 2 plus whatever numbers used or whatever stat is used for that. Is that thing?
It says crash/think for the parameter.
Meaning you can pick one. Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
I wonder what I'm gonna use.
That's scary. So that's an 11. And then Celia, what are you doing?
I mean, I have his kernel. I might as well just combat knife. Him again.
All right. Just shoot the fuck out of him.
I'll do the other hand. He's ambidextrous.
Oh my god.
And I'll say, stop it. Let's talk about this. Each other out if you stop trying to kill me.
All right. Yeah, they're both gonna try for the corrupt kernel, so I'm gonna set their dice aside. There's 4 on the 2. That's going to be their efficacy when they hit the end of the round.
Okay.
An 11, and what's the defending stat for? Is it infosec plus think?
That is just infosec.
Just infosec. An 11 beats a 3 by a lot. And you targeted registry 6 slot 2, was it?
It was either 2 or 3. I think it was 3.
3. Okay, so registry 6 is the memory registry. You found it. And slot 3 is now corrupted. So I need to look at the hacking rules really quick because I'm pretty sure that let's see, corruption in memory. Commands cannot be run. Okay, so it doesn't deal integrity damage. It just disables that command. And yep, that's disabled as fuck now. Celia, your combat knife is 5 plus 4 for your phase
4
plus
4.
Yeah, that hits. That's definitely higher than Kasek plus dash. So that's another 10.
Yeah.
Which is putting Lance at 75. So we're triggering our first major consequences. So when corruption happens in integrity, corruption in a program's kernel deals 10 integrity automatically, but anytime a program's integrity is reduced by 25%, roll 1d8, corrupt all slots within the corrupting registry. This means there's a chance that it doesn't corrupt any registries, because it's a d8, not a d6, but this could get really bad for Lance really fast. 1d8. Ooh. Which... so you shoot, and this is perfect that you're shooting him in the hands too. You shoot him in the hand and immediately he jumps back, and you can see sort of reflected in his eyes, there's this red code that's scrolling past really quickly, and he's just you corrupted his entire processes registry. He can't do anything. Because that's
Nice.
Non-player programs keep their sequences of actions in the processes registry.
So I'm gonna look at Roscoe and be like,
Oh,
talk now.
oh god, she demon. I mean, he's committed to his action at this point.
Yeah.
Until the end of the round. So, welcome to tick 2 of this round. Violet, what would you like to do? So you successfully found Roscoe's memory registry.
Yeah, I found the memory. I don't know anything else about what's in there.
No, but you did successfully corrupt command. You know that you found an occupied slot and corrupted it.
Right. I wouldn't be able to use conflict analysis to figure out anything else.
Like,
would I be able to figure out more than just, hey, here's another slot?
You can. It's anytime. Is it anytime there's integrity damage or integrity damage and hacking, and corruption?
I don't think it says anything about integrity damage. It's just if someone successfully targeted a slot.
Gotcha. Then yes. So you could do one of two things. You successfully targeted a slot on Roscoe, so you could use conflict analysis on Roscoe to find either another registry in slot or another slot within the memory registry and find out what it is. Or you could use this on Lance to look at registry and slot information.
Look at Roscoe so I can kill him some more. Or no, kill him in addition.
Kill him too.
Okay. So I want to figure out what's in Roscoe's registry 1, because I'm hoping that's his kernel.
1. Registry 1 slot. Which one?
1.
Slot 1. Slot 1 is empty, but registry 1 is processes. So, Celia, I suppose I should have had you roll, but I think you pass. Oh yeah, because their infosec is nothing. Celia, what's your action?
Could I attack his what attack would that be to corrupt his process?
You would need the processes corruptor.
I don't think that exists.
Is that not a thing? That should be a thing. I should write that.
Yeah, I think there's
kernel storage and memory, but
there's kernel storage and memory.
Why did I decide not? Is that just because it's like really OP to take out a process?
I mean, it's kind of really OP to take somebody's processes.
It kind of is.
As we've just seen.
And yeah, and there's like a bunch of other stuff you can do with processes. So it might just be that I was focusing corruptors on dealing damage and in small, like disabling things incrementally.
Because you said you wanted it to be like punishing. So if I was just like, you can't do anything.
Yeah. Which you can achieve randomly through, like you just did to Lance. But yeah, I think that's what I was thinking. Is like injectors can fuck with sequences in fun ways, and probes can do stuff, but not corruptors. But you do know that both of their processes registries are 1.
Yeah.
There's knowledge that you have.
So I guess I'll corrupt. We know Roscoe's memory too.
What
slot that was?
Roscoe's memory was 6, and slot 3 is corrupted.
Okay, I will corrupt memory slot, and that's a D20, right?
You can choose.
Oh, I know, but if I want to do it
it's
randomly.
Between 1 and 20.
Okay. 10.
10. All right. That is empty.
Okay.
And we move into tick 3, which is just Celia.
Yeah, I guess I'll combat knife 3.
Who are you combat knifing?
I'm gonna combat knife Roscoe. I'll just shoot him.
Okay, that's a 2 plus 4 plus crash.
Yeah.
Is what?
4.
4?
Yeah.
So
10.
Yeah, that hits. That just barely hits, but you do shoot him for which kernel?
3.
You're targeting 3.
Slot 3?
Yeah, that's kernel.
Cool.
You may be able to infer something about these programs.
Yes.
Based on that.
No, I've learned a thing.
Yeah, he takes the shot. You like shoot through the car windows and it catches him in the hip, steps back, fires wildly, and I don't think let's see, it's 2 + 4 + crash for the Colonel Corruptor. Would be, that's 9. Does that beat your K-Sec plus dash?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll a d6 to see which registry he targets for.
That is not my Colonel.
Yeah, so the command, like the bullet whizzes by you again.
Yeah.
And I think now, as like Lance like falls to his knees, just looking at his hands, which are like twitching, and Roscoe like struggles to reload, I think this is a good point for us to go to our second break. So we will be back to this bloody mayhem in just a few minutes. See you soon. Hello and welcome back to Hour 3 of Becoming, Episode 2. We are at the beginning of a new round. Roscoe, disappointment that he is, missed at the end of last round. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring these dice back over.
Wait, he's not. He's still. Is he still like? I can't reason with him. I can't like try and get him to stop.
Jeez. Yeah, I mean, so something I'm noticing here is there isn't a mechanical way to leave conflict. Actually, yeah, there is. This would be a test, right? It would be a you convincing him test.
Yeah.
So what you would do is you would set aside your actions for the round and run a test instead.
Okay.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
All right. So this is going to be a complexity 1 test. Difficulty is, and we'll have you roll this at the end of the round, but just so we have it figured out beforehand. Complexity 1, difficulty. I mean, I think normally he'd be like, no, we're just gonna shoot you. Of course we are. But you shot Lance's hands. # Lance's hands. So he is a little more amenable. What are you doing to try and convince him?
I mean, I shot Lance's hands, and then I shot him.
Okay, so you're being intimidating. I think this is shakedown.
I'm being intimidating. Yeah.
All right, so
like I literally. Can I do like? I mean, can I do crash instead? It's just like the pure force of my.
I don't think
so.
No,
that's fair. Shakedown.
Yeah, I think this is shakedown. Because you're saying fucking listen to me or you're gonna die, right?
Yeah. I'll shoot your hands too.
# Roscoe's hands. So Lance is going to spend his entire turn on a scrubbing test to try and decorrupt one of his processes slots. Which, I mean, he's going to pass because he's going to be rolling 20d6 trying to pass a 6. So that's going to happen. But that will also happen at the end of the round. Roscoe's going to re-roll. He's going to try and...
Wait, so Lance's hands are okay now and he can start hurting me again?
Will be at the end of the round. He is also foregoing any actions for the round to go into a test. It's just that his complexity is equal to the number of slots that are corrupted, and you corrupted 20 of them.
Oops.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm gonna roll Roscoe's. Connor, go ahead and roll Violet's. You should be able to select those dice now.
Yes. Multi-sided.
Multi-sided. Yeah. Oh! Oh, Violet. Damn. Okay.
Okay.
So, what would you like to do for your first take?
I don't know. I
You know where Roscoe's kernel, memory, storage, and processes registries are. I will say pro
yeah,
tip,
but
I
I
recommend
can't drop.
writing
I-
stuff down as you pick it up if you aren't doing that already.
Right. I just know that I can't corrupt his processes, and that's what we're kind of worried about right now.
Mhm.
I mean, corrupting his memory is like, and storage is all right.
Right.
Dude.
There's so
Yeah, if you
much
if you
mystery.
corrupt the command in memory, it can't be run as part of the process.
I know I've got one of them. Okay.
Yeah, you've already tried.
I guess for both of those, I want to use my memory corruptor on 16 and 8.
16 and 8. So 16 on the first turn and 8 on the second? Okay.
Mhm.
He's going to run a different where's my brain? A different sequence from the one that he ran in the last two. And he's targeting Celia. He's terrified. He's going to start with a pummel.
Okay.
So that is, I believe, his crash plus the dice.
Yeah.
Against your Kasek and dash.
Okay.
So that's, he rolled a 3 plus 3 for crash plus 4 for phase. What is your Kasek and dash?
Yeah.
Not
It's
10.
mine is a 5, so it hits.
Okay, so the pummel will hit for, I think that's 1% plus 1 for each crash, so that's 4. You take 4 to your integrity.
Okay.
What are you at right now?
86.
All right. Not in danger of crashing anytime soon. First tick rolls around. You targeted 16. That does
Yes.
not. That lands at an empty slot. Second tick uses another pummel command. This is 1 plus 3. That's 4 plus 4 for phase is 8. Against Celia's Kasek plus dash.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be another
It's
4.
5. You can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't load Discord anymore
Oh,
on my computer for a reason.
that's not good.
I mean, it's still working though, so.
Yeah, I mean, we can hear you. You can hear us. Mm.
It's fine.
All right, sure.
I just can't.
Corrupted Celia's Discord.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so you take an additional 4 from that second pummel, which I think brings you to
Okay.
82. And then, Violet, you targeted slot 8? Yeah, that hits something. And that is corrupted. All right. And on the third day, on the third tick, it's going to port switch to number 2.
Oh.
And I need to double check a thing. I need to double check what happens when you try to run a command that is corrupted. Does it just waste the time and skip ahead, or does it just waste the tick? Corruption in memory. Command's going to be run from or loaded into. Yeah, I think it just wastes the tick as he tries to use the command. So he tries to use a command, tries to use another command, and port switches to 1. Actually, wait, does port switch require that you switch to an adjacent one? Basic commands.
Yeah, it's by 1.
Okay, so it went to 3 on the first one and then 2 on the second. At the end of this, I almost called him Jasper. Lance finishes his scrubbing test to get one of his hands back. And Celia You're going to roll your test now, your shakedown test. To convince Roscoe. Yep, that'll do it. Roscoe will be like, oh, all right, I'll do what you say. Just don't fucking shoot my hands. And Lance gets back up, like wraps a sleeve around his hand and picks up his knife. He's like, oh no, you fucking don't. And we're gonna head into.
Really? Can't convince them both?
You convinced one of them, which saves a lot of danger. You're down to just one person who is already damaged.
Don't make me do this again.
Ooh. Do you want to convince again? Or do you want to fight Lance some more?
No, I'll try and convince him. Yeah. Is this gonna be like, do I think that the fact that he's super mad at me is gonna make it harder?
I think the fact that he's super mad at you is counterbalanced by the fact that his muscle just put up his hands.
Okay. Yeah, then I will try and convince him again.
All right.
Can I hold my chicks to help with that?
Yes, you can engage in the test for this round instead of taking actions.
So I'm just gonna let him. He's just gonna try and hit me now.
He's gonna try and hit you. He's fortunately only using one command. Unfortunately, he knows what your kernel registry is.
Yeah.
So he's gonna target that and then a random slot within it, and we will see what happens. That's 2 plus 4 plus crash, I believe. So 2 plus 4 plus 3 is...
Yeah, he hits.
I think that hits.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll a d20, and we're going to see what happens. Do you have
That's
anything?
nothing.
Actually, it should be a d6 because it's kernel, right? Because they're only... Yeah, okay. I'm like, wait, I was about to be like, oh yeah, of course there's nothing in 10. And then I was like, wait, of course there's nothing in 10 because there aren't that many slots. What is in slot 2?
Motivation.
Oh, shit. So your motivation process is, or matrix is corrupted. Which means it is no longer in effect, which means you do not have to follow your compulsions right now.
Fuck! Yeah! Okay. Sorry, that was really loud.
So, that happens. Go ahead and roll. You have a helping die from Violet. D6 plus shakedown.
I'm gonna say One-Eyed Axel. That's what they call him now, right?
Mostly just call him boss.
Did he ever tell you what happened to his other eye?
Said it happened in a fight.
Yeah. It happened in a fight with me. All right, lady. He drops his knife. I get the picture. Look, we can just talk this out, right? What do you want?
We were
with Jasper Biggs.
Boss went missing, and last anyone heard, your boy Jasper, he was he was poking around security station asking questions about Axel. We don't want any trouble. Really, we're just trying to find out who
Axel
killed
was
him.
at security at the same time.
What?
What do you have? What did the Southside boys have anything to do with security?
I mean, we got some some people on payroll, but nothing. Look, I really don't want to. What if Roscoe and I we just get back in our car and we forget this ever happened? Yeah.
One more question.
Sure thing.
You got the keys to my old apartment?
Roll a d6.
Do I have the keys to my old apartment? Probably not.
3. I don't think so. It seems unlikely that Lance would have them.
Mm-hmm. Or but I mean, do you know somebody who does?
I feel like the boss would probably ain't no one's seen him since he went to go meet with someone out on the docks.
Where?
Pier 30. Said he was going alone, meeting an old friend.
You know what not Jasper. You know what Axel did to me, right?
Whatever happened between the two of you, I don't think I want to get in the middle of that.
I'm just saying. Why'd you hate me so much?
Might have said some things about you after you left.
What did he say about me?
Look, it wasn't very nice. I don't want to speak ill of a nice.
I mean, it clearly wasn't nice enough that you wanted to kill me.
Look, he took it real hard when you left and said some things about the kind of person you were. Lack of loyalty.
He took it real hard when I left.
Yeah, he was real torn up about it. It seemed, I don't know, like he said maybe you could have done something different, but
Any cards? Did you leave any?
cards? No.
Yeah,
What?
she's gonna take out the card that Pam had. See anything like this around?
I'm gonna roll a die.
All this while, Violet is just staying silent, pointing his corruptor.
What the fuck? Where'd you get that?
Is that really important?
Yeah, I'm sorry. No. It's really not. It's just yeah. I didn't think it was much. I just you mind if I grab my wallet real quick?
Yeah, as long as that's all you're grabbing.
Yeah, he pulls out his wallet and pulls a card out. This was on Pier 30 when we went looking for him.
All right, I'll take the card.
And the card says 59 Mandino.
All right.
Yeah.
Look. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. You know Axel's an asshole. You never saw me.
No, of course not.
Last I heard, Axel thought I was dead. So, you keep it that way.
Yep. Yes, ma'am. Wouldn't...
Tell Patsy and Sammy I said hi.
Sure thing. And I think we can see a taxi starting to like turn a corner and coming down the block. I think I'll be on my way.
I'm gonna break his hand again.
Jesus fucking yeah, I think you deal 10 more points of corruption to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fucked up. Fuck. Bitch.
You gotta be nicer to.
Yeah. Shit. Well, get in the car with Roscoe. Fucking drive. Jesus, lends your hands. Yeah, I fucking know. My fucking hands are fucked up. Just drive my fucking car. And the car drives off as the taxi pulls up. And they a program.
I'm bleeding. Yes.
yes, you are. A program looks out the window. So, someone call a taxi?
Yeah. I did.
Yeah.
Big's Hotel, take me home.
They look at like there's data strewn across the lawn. There's a knife still there. Sure thing.
My gun is gone, by the way.
Just
like I've put it back by.
Mm-hmm. Hop in.
I'll go open the door.
What is your integrity at right now? Is it below 90%?
It's at 82.
Okay. So
the rules that I read, and this may have been updated, but that if it was below 80, it couldn't go in.
That might be correct. I am not sure. Allow me to check.
Because I was tracking that.
It was either 80 or 90. It was before the first like major damage milestone.
Traveling. Yeah, kernel damage. Program with integrity score equal to or less than 80.
Okay, so yeah, you're fine. You're just bleeding on the upholstery a little.
Trying not to, but
yeah, of course, because you're a lady. Yeah. So Big's Hotel, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get going.
Is there so I can't do a scrubbing test because I'm not corrupted.
You can.
Like
you can.
I
If you
can?
have no
Okay.
slots corrupted, you can take a scrubbing test with a difficulty of 6 and a complexity of 1 to try and heal 5%.
Okay.
Is there a way Violet can help with this?
Yeah. If you're both in the back seat, yeah. I think you can help by like
Yeah.
patching.
Yeah, because after this,
Patching her up.
Violet was going to pull out the anthology.
I think that's an address on the card.
Okay.
59
Mandino.
Mandino.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oof. Nope.
Okay.
You can.
How
I'll
many
let-
times
I'll-
can I
I'll
roll
let you
this
try 2 more times before you get to the hotel.
until I?
Oof. I think every time you fail, this is like getting more blood on the seats.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can heal for 5.
Okay.
Exciting night, yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it's funny the Falcon Bay. It's going the way of the docks.
Is that so? Well,
I mean, fights breaking out right in the open. Gangsters just accosting poor helpless ladies in the middle of the street.
that's just terrible. I'm so sorry. I mean, what's the city coming to? Big's Hotel, right?
Yeah.
All right, here you are. Thanks so much. They look at their back seat. Oh, lovely night.
She'll throw them like a couple extra G-bucks and be like,
Sorry.
All right, go ahead and knock, let's say 10 off of the
Okay.
off of the group fund.
I don't remember where I
We
put
don't
those.
have a place for that right now.
Okay.
So there was 110 on the
Yeah.
home server whenever we left.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're down to
Okay.
100. Jesus. Hashtag Lance's hands. I will never forget this. What would you like to do
Yeah,
next?
I don't remember this.
I think like this whole time, Celia is like, first of all, she's like she's a lot harder now than you've seen her before. She's
Mhm.
talking a little less softly. She's,
Oh, that's right. You do have a corrupted slot. So you could technically run that scrubbing test to repair.
oh yeah. Yeah, I think she will.
But we can wait for that. That can happen later.
Yeah.
If you would like.
No, I think I think she will. I think like after now that she's like not bleeding so
Mhm.
much, she's kind of
Feeling a little less crappy.
yeah.
Getting stabbed will do that to a person.
So how does the scrub test work with I'm healing a slot?
It's the same. It's just instead of healing 5%, you
Okay.
uncorrupt a slot. And
Am I still getting?
the complexity instead of being 1 is equal to the number of corrupted slots. So in this case, it is 1.
Oh yeah. Okay. And am I still getting help?
If I can, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So she like calms down and she's like, "Oh God, Violet, what did I do?"
You didn't die.
Oh God.
Look,
That
it
poor
was
man.
which one?
Lance. He was always nice to me.
Wasn't going that way tonight.
No. Still. That bit at the end, I didn't deserve that.
He made you do that.
Pardon?
Can't blame yourself.
Sorry, I missed that. What did you...
What Violet said was he made you do it.
Oh.
You can't blame yourself.
He was... He wasn't fighting me anymore. I just... God. What have I become? Look, when Axel, we were... I loved him. But... he, I'm actually real glad he's not around. And, he killed me. Or at least, tried to. Got in a fight, it got real bad. I woke up and, like I told you, and back at the hotel, and ever since then I've been able to do that. I never used to. That's why I hate this so much. That's why
now that I know that I'm a whatever we are, I woke up. I woke up, but I woke up wrong. I hurt people now. I didn't used to.
But now, you used to not hurt people, you only got hurt. Was that better?
I don't know. Maybe I could have gotten away. I could have gotten out of. Maybe, maybe he was right, those things he said about me. She devil and murder.
You didn't murder him.
No, but I could have.
That's a lot different. If you could, but you didn't, that says a lot about you.
But I hurt him. I didn't have to. I was just angry.
You were protecting yourself. You were protecting me.
I suppose.
Violet's gonna like try to come up for like just a hug, but doesn't know if that's the right thing to do. So it's gonna like hesitate, and it's just like gonna stand there awkwardly for like a half second, and then not.
It's a if she sees that he's like his arms are kind of like I think she sees that and she'll just like fall into his arms and start crying. I'm sorry. Didn't want to drag you into all that. Thought that was in the past.
He's gonna take 2 ticks and then say, I think that's why I'm here.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I walked up in here with memories that I never really experienced to help you, to help K8, to help Jasper. Baggage and all, I guess. And to help those people out there. Those people who are disappearing.
Yeah.
I'm here for y'all. I'm here for y'all. You don't have to be sorry.
How can you look at me? How can you when you saw me like that?
He's just gonna be silent and just like pull her in a little bit.
Yeah, and I think they'll stand there for a bit.
Yeah.
Just like
I think
cry herself out a little bit.
I think that's a really good spot for us to take our final break
Okay.
and come back with the last hour here of Sunshots Becoming. Yeah, so we're gonna take a step back, take some deep breaths, refill our water, stretch our legs, do all that stuff, and we'll be back in just a few minutes with the end of episode 2. See you soon. Hello, and welcome back to the final hour, episode 2 of Fun Shots Becoming. We come back from our commercial break, and I think we see sort of like these big incandescent bulbs, and down at the bottom of our screen we see the Biggs Hotel 2 hours later. We get this nice slow panning shot down from sort of the ceiling across the room, and we can hear some like light jazz in the background, and we pan over to see Celia on the stage. Celia, would you like to let us know what you were singing?
So Celia's on the stage and she comes up and or I think she's sitting at the bar with Violet, and she goes, "Promised you a song, didn't I?" And she'll get up and people will clap for her. All right, and she'll... There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that he turns out to be someone who'll watch over me. I'm a little lamb who's lost in the wood. I know I could always be good to one who'll watch over me. Although he may not be the man some girls think of as handsome, to my heart he carries the key. Won't you tell him please to put on some speed, follow my lead, oh how I need someone to watch over me. Someone to watch over me. That was in like 5 different keys. I'm so sorry.
It was fantastic. The room explodes in applause. I think we can sort of there's like a balcony up top, and we see briefly Jasper up there. He's got like a business partner or something that he's talking to, and a drink in one hand. We see Jasper like look over the balcony at Celia for a moment before returning to his conversation. And yeah, there's applause, and I think there's some some flowers thrown up on stage.
Yeah, Celia's loving it. Like she like looks genuinely happy. You know, it's not just kind of like, oh, thank you. Like she's genuinely thrilled. She picks up each flower and like talks to everybody. Like when she goes off the stage, like she'll stop and she'll talk to everybody who's talking to her and thank them for being there, and go back to the bar and like not really look at Violet because she's like
Right. I like that. I like that a lot.
I mean, that's what I said. I sing and it makes people happy, and that makes me happy.
Well, it's made me happy.
Good.
Violet has the card out in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been whenever Celia wasn't singing, because his eyes were locked on her as soon as she stepped on the stage. He's just been staring at it.
The one that you got from Lance?
Yes.
Yeah. 59 Mandino is what it says.
Is that like an address? Is there like a map?
You could roll a think test on this one.
I guess would I have to roll the think test because he doesn't know it, or like because Violet is new to the
No, actually. I think Violet can roll this one.
Okay,
and
good.
Celia can help.
Violet
fine.
knows not a lot for being new here. Are you helping? Or,
Yeah, I'll help.
It's better than
Well,
12. Yeah, it's not an address. Typically, addresses in the network are significantly longer, because they're sort of like IP addresses. If you think about it. But Mandino sparks something. There is a book by an author named Augustine Og Mandino called The Greatest Salesman in the World. Yeah, you are just searching for Mandino and you come across this. There's an author, wrote a book.
Well, I guess we got our usefulness out of the anthology.
I mean, I always liked Shakespeare.
Great. I'll hand over the anthology.
Yeah, I actually had it in my storage, so it's all right. No, like I had it written down in my storage, but like that could have been wrong. So, but I'll take it because that's nicer. It's a nicer story. Thank you. Bet Jasper has that book.
Oh my god, he probably does. Yeah, I think we could just go ahead and say that he has it.
And I think Celia has a key. It's like, come on, he's not looking.
Yeah, so you go into Jasper's office. I'm gonna gloss over what it looks like because I would love to hear from Joel what Jasper's office looks like. But yeah, I think you can absolutely find a copy of this book. And you can turn to page 59. It's a whole page. There are no markings on this. Presumably, Jasper is not the culprit. So
I guess maybe we go back to the bookstore.
Maybe, so we've been finding the markings only in the anthology, specifically that we picked up from Max Volumes.
Yep.
Huh. Yeah, I guess we do. Do you want to hail another cab and hope that we don't run into the same kind of thing that we did last time?
I think I know how to drive.
Are we stealing Jasper's car?
Yeah.
All right. We can steal Jasper's car. I think.
He'll forgive me.
I think we're gonna have to do one of two things. Either you're hotwiring his car, which is hacking the car, or you're searching his office for the keys.
Oh, I'm searching his office for the keys. 100%.
All right. That I believe is a think test.
All right. I'll help you, but
Oh no. Okay. I suppose. Yeah. Okay.
Mine's pretty good. Yeah. I think they're like laying out on his desk.
Yeah, like I want to feel like I feel like I want to feel like I feel like I would Celia knows Jasper pretty well, just from like the way Idle and I have been talking about, like, you know, they're kind of like partners in crime a little bit, and so she's like, oh yeah, that's where he would obviously hide his car keys here.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
absolutely.
my helping guys, I'm claiming as the one, so I don't know shit.
Yeah, you like open the desk. You're like looking in like actual places where you would hide something. It's like, is it hidden in here? Oh, it was over there. Oh, okay. And yeah, you can snag his car and drive to the stacks over to max volumes. I think at this point it's like we've hit like sort of a midday time, so we've got lots of people on break from work and that kind of stuff. So the coffee shop area is a little more full this time. Yeah, what would you like to do?
So Sarah Lynn's busy.
Yeah, she's pretty slammed at the counter right now.
Okay.
Is Azure there?
Yeah, I think Azure's there, probably like helping a customer find a book. It's like over in the what section shall we say? Over in the sciences section, going over like, oh well, this is a textbook that costs $3,000.
Sure. Okay. Would either of us know what section to look for this author? If
you, I mean, you know the organizational system of the bookstore, so I think it's reasonable to say you could find it.
Okay.
I can't really think of any consequences for not finding it, so I don't think we need a test for this. It's in the finance section, and there are a couple copies.
Okay. I'm just gonna take out one at random.
All right.
And flip to that page.
Roll me a d6 real quick.
I will do that.
Yeah, so it takes you a bit as you like go to page 59 on several of these books. It's the last one you pick up off the shelf, and underlined is the following quote: "I will love the light, for it shows me the way. Yet I will endure the darkness, for it shows me the stars."
Oh, that's pretty. What? I will love the light. Whole quote is?
Yeah, the whole quote. "I will love the light, for it shows me the way, semicolon. Yet I will love the darkness, endure the darkness, for it shows me the stars."
Celia, what do stars look like?
I don't see them anymore. They're
I don't remember the stars, really.
Yeah, no. Because you never saw them. You just experienced seeing them. That makes sense.
Yeah.
They were... It's funny. I remember thinking they were beautiful. Sparkling, but I don't remember what they look like.
Okay, so we have this entire quote and then a collection of seemingly random words.
It's funny, this line. I miss the stars.
I can't miss something that I've never had, so I can't really
No,
empathize.
but I mean, isn't that what it's like? Being the way we are? For all the knowledge we have? She'll like gesture with her head to the people at the cafe. They can see the stars.
Is that the darkness that is supposed to be endured? I don't.
I mean, maybe.
What now? I'm so confused.
Well-
What do we do with this?
I don't know. Feel like we don't have anything. It's a dead end.
I think Azure walks up, says, "Hi, welcome back. Are you finding everything okay?"
Yeah, I think so. Actually, I have a question, Asher.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take one of the clean copies of the book and turn to that page.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what's special about this?
Well, it seems. She reads it for a moment. Kind of nice. It talks about contrast between good and bad. You know, can't have one without the other. Like here, talks about sun, rain. Both keep you alive, and happiness and sadness, and all kinds of things.
If you wanted to just pick out one passage in particular, which one would you look at?
I think I like this one about the sun and the rain. I will love the sun, for it warms my bones. Yet I will love the rain, for it cleanses my spirit.
That's real nice.
That is.
Isn't it? Funny.
If
Someone was
if
just asking me
someone-
about this book yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. Nice fella. Tall. Comes in every once in a while. Quiet.
What did he look like? Did you know his name?
didn't tell me much. Try not to poke my nose where it don't belong. But said his name was Carrie.
Okay. His name was Carrie. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did he ask you about any other books?
Let me make a think roll for Ezra. /R1d6 plus 1. Oh! Yeah, as a matter of fact, it did. Been coming in for a while. Asked for recommendations. Looking for words on what it means to be. Found him some Shakespeare, some and Dylan needs to remember a thing because I'm terrible at remembering last names of authors. Milton. And David Mitchell.
Can you show us what you recommended?
Yeah. I think I can. And so she'll show you the Shakespeare book, which you already have. And then
Show me Paradise Lost.
Yep. Yep.
I was
that
gonna
one
see
too.
if I had it available, but it's somewhere.
And looking through Paradise Lost,
Which is no small task.
it is
Oh,
not. Book 1, line 254 is underlined. So let me just go to book 1, 254. Cracking this case wide open. Paradise Lost. Not Spark Notes, please.
Yo, I have it. I found it.
Of course you do. Yay.
Book 1.
Book 1, line 254.
Line 254.
There we go. Yeah. So the first word of each line from line 254 to 255. So the and can are both underlined, and the lines are: the mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven.
They, the, and can.
Mm-hmm. And then for
I don't know who David Mitchell is. So.
David Mitchell is the author that wrote a book or a novel called Cloud Atlas.
Oh.
And flipping to page 509 of that is underlined the line. Let me just actually get this correct instead of going off the top of my head. Yeah. What is any ocean but a multitude of drops?
That's the whole line.
Mm-hmm.
Does Azure react at all to the books being marked in?
She's surprised. So when you find the marked up copy of Paradise Lost, She looks concerned and confused, and then when you find the marked up copy of Cloud Atlas, I don't understand what's going on here.
Was there any? Was there anything else that you recommended?
Not that I can remember. These two were just these past few days. And she points to Cloud Atlas and the Greatest Salesman.
That means 2 more people are missing.
Right. So for just the not full lines, just the marked random, seemingly random words, what do we have?
All and they and.
All and they and
How
how.
him the can.
Okay, that's not helpful.
Yeah.
Is he in some kind of trouble?
No, I don't think so.
I'm just gonna shake my head.
But I think he may be able to help us with something. So if you see him again, will you call Violet at the motel or at the hotel?
I want a. I don't think the difficulty is super high on this. Complexity 1 wink roll because you're keeping something from her. I think the consequence here is she'll sense that you're not being entirely forthright with her, and she'll get weird about it.
Well, we just got XP, so can I get help?
About to get a bunch
Yes.
more.
All right.
Yeah. Of course. Sure thing.
Oh, thank you so much, Azur. It's real nice to see you.
You too.
I'm just gonna like one arm hug her as I'm like holding the books and like gonna go back and put them back neatly,
Right.
somewhat. See you later, sis.
See ya. Be careful.
I mean, so this is going to be pulling Celia aside as like we make our exit if that's what we're doing.
I don't think we have anything else to.
Yeah. I mean, we could wait for the other missing people to come in, but we've already figured out what would be on their cards. We need to find.
Unless we can find some way that they're all connected, but.
We could go after the actress. Right.
Yeah.
We could try to find the person who's been marking these books. Are we at a time point where billing addresses are a thing?
Billing addresses? How do you mean?
So like going into the bookstore, would there be any sort of like personal identification that would need to be?
Let me see. When were credit cards invented? Because credit cards used to just be like your address and then the card number. When were credit? There's a really
Can we
whole.
track his PayPal?
I mean, the stock market did crash in 1929, so credit was a thing.
Well, stock and credit cards weren't invented till 1950. There's a fantastic podcast called 99% Invisible that talks about the design of various things and systems, and they have a whole episode on credit cards. It's really fascinating. Highly recommend it. But that's a tangent. I think probably not. I don't think so. If you would like to take these clues and attempt to like surmise something from it and get a GM hint, we could roll some kind of a think test with that.
Okay.
Like I can give you recommendations for your next step.
Yeah.
If you're feeling stuck.
I mean, I'm playing with Post-it notes on my desk right now, so
I think Celia, I think there's probably something in this that would speak to you.
okay.
So I want you to make a think test.
Okay. Can I get
on your
help?
own son.
On my own. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm helping you in spirit.
All right.
You can feel my
appreciate it.
bits helping you.
I think a 6 is good enough. This feels a lot less to you like because you've been in weird emotional spaces and around people in weird emotional spaces. This feels less to you like a hidden message and more like a declaration, like less of a here's the secret address, cops, and more of a here's my manifesto.
Okay.
Is what you're getting from these selected quotes between what the quotes are talking about individually and the fact that Azure said that this individual was coming into the store and asking for books that talked about meaning, like being and existence. Yeah.
I mean, hey, Azure. Celia will go find her again.
Yeah.
This man Carey, did he ever drink coffee or like at the bar? Did he talk to anybody?
He wasn't much of a coffee person. Always came in the early morning. Said he was getting off work. Didn't say what he did, but evening worker. Accent wasn't from around here.
Huh.
More dockside.
Of course it was. Thank you.
Of course.
Hey, don't worry about Violet. He's a good man.
I like to think so.
Sorry, my internet hiccup.
Yeah, she said, I like to think so. And then I think, ain't ever known him to be anything different.
I'll keep him safe for you.
Smiles and nods.
So Celia will go back and says,
Friends from the docks.
Are you going to be all right going to the docks?
Honestly, right now is the safest time for me.
Well, damn. All right. Do you want me to drive? Can I drive?
Maybe.
Oh shit.
We can do a shimmy test to find out.
Oh dear. Never mind.
I mean,
Knowing
I feel
that
like-
he would not offer that.
The answer is I think so. Yeah. There aren't any rules surrounding travel, except flow between different servers.
I feel like driving a car would be a thing that was programmed into a
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
adult.
You were just born the other day, Violet.
I mean, can you get your license at 2 days old?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right.
Came out the
I mean, this
digital womb with a driver's license.
This is the 20s. Like cars are new. Weren't that many regulations.
That's fair.
Okay, well, I feel like that's the thing that he would offer.
Okay.
Especially like if the last time we went around the docks, you needed to slump down a bit. Yeah, I'll drive. I'll try to drive. Where are we going in the docks?
That's a good question.
Let's go to this bar.
Bitter Inn?
Okay.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Let's just either we'll learn a thing, or we'll get murdered.
Win-win.
Such great
And-
options.
I mean, both are progress in this game.
That's
So-
true. I'm gonna let y'all have a conversation with your characters real quick. I have to step away from the computer for just a minute.
All right. What are we looking for at the bitter end? Like what are you trying to not see at the bitter end?
What am I trying to see?
To see or not see? Like
Oh,
what complications can we get into?
is this Violet asking?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, seems like Axel's been saying things about me that aren't very nice. And
And now they think you did something to him, right?
they might, but may have scared him off enough. I have friends there, though. Ones that weren't involved.
Can we talk to any of them? See if
That's
they
what
know.
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Patsy and Sammy work at the bitter end, right?
Yes, that is. Oh, I want to go talk to.
Great. Great. All right.
Oh no.
Like this.
So
Oh, no.
you drive into the docks, and I think as you do so, so you're coming from max volumes. I think you pass near the security station,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see Captain. What was her name? Time. You see Captain Time standing, which that's such a superhero name, standing on the front steps, yelling at some officers as they rush out of the station into their cars. But you
Can we like slow down or figure out what that's about?
Yeah, you can if you would like to.
I would like that.
We will do that. We are gonna rubberneck.
Yeah, so she's sending out, you can see a couple of the detectives that were hanging out before are like getting into cars, and she's shouting out, Falcon Bay is really riding my ass on this one. Don't fuck this shit up. And everybody's just sort of like charged.
Should we go? Should we talk to her?
It's worth a shot.
Yeah. All right.
Can I pull in without being disrupted?
Yeah, you can like park across the street, as the cars are pulling away. And she's just like, there's I think the desk officer from inside has come out with like a clipboard with some notes, and he's like saying something to her when you walk up.
Captain.
What the fuck do you... shit. What?
It just looks like there's something going on.
Yeah, you don't fucking say. Today's been a fucking nightmare.
What happened?
Well, first, Look, where the fuck is Jasper?
He's disposed.
Couldn't even come his fucking self. Yeah, well, when you go back and you talk to him, you remind him, and I think she, like, jabs her pointer finger into the, like, chest of whichever of the two of you is closest to her, that I asked him to fucking tell me if he came up with something about Axel and not do anything his fucking self. Now Axel is in the wind, and now Falcon Bay is riding my fucking ass because Southside boys are shooting up their turf.
Axel
You wouldn't happen to
went
know anything about that?
Yeah. Axel went missing. As part of this, we were looking into some leads, and I ran into some old friends, and they weren't too happy to see me.
Shit. Well, it looks like your friends were displeased enough that they took matters into their own hands. Falcon Bay is telling me a man's gone missing. Curtis Brown,
Which...
name ring any
What?
bells?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're talking to him. He had nothing to do with this,
except that his wife went missing.
except that his wife is missing. Yeah.
And then you go talk to him, and now he's missing. And look, I'm having a real hard time with this. Can you give me a wink test? And this is going to be complexity 2, difficulty 9, I think.
Okay, which one of us?
Whichever one would like to take the test. It's sounding kind of like Celia's leading this, but
Right, but Violet's definitely been engaged in this conversation.
yeah.
It's been
So
helping.
so I would accept Violet as the lead on the roll.
What's your wink?
Oh. My wink is 0. I'm just saying I would like to be helping.
My wink is 1, so we'll go
Okay.
with the 1.
It's complexity 2, difficulty 9, and the issue here is that she's starting to suspect you have something to do with all of this. And
Oh
like,
no, I don't though. I have done nothing wrong in my entire programmed existence, and you know that, Dylan.
sure.
It was
Hashtag
self-defense.
He had it coming.
I didn't even kill him.
All
I
right.
just,
All right,
he
all right.
just lost an eye.
So, that's good. I think. What are you saying to get some of this heat off of you?
I think she puts her hands up. She says, look, Captain, you know I fall into these situations, and I'm just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Mm-hmm.
I want to help you. Look, there are other people missing. Axel's missing. Julia's missing. We have reason to think there are 2 more people.
Curtis might be one of them.
Curtis could be one. I swear, they came up to us as soon as we were leaving the Browns' house.
All right, go ahead and make your second roll for the test. That's 2d6. All right. I should have made a track for this. Hold on.
Is that a fail? What
That-
was the what was the
It was
difficulty?
9. So that's 1 pass, 1 fail. So it was difficult.
I don't actually think I can
6.
pass this at all.
If you roll 2 6s, but
I mean, it's a
No.
difficulty 9.
Oh, difficulty 9. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you passed this one, but not that one. So she's nothing bad happens. But she's not really buying into it. So I think she says, "Yeah, but you didn't exactly try to keep a low profile neither. It's fucking blood all over his front lawn."
There's blood all over my.
She's like I think she's wearing a shirt and like pants, and she'll just like, it's bandaged
Mhm.
or like, and she'll like lift up the shirt. She's like,
Yeah, some of it's mine.
Christ, Celia. I told you to be careful. Go ahead and make your third roll.
Look, I'm trying to. They came up after me. It's not my fault that they were doing their own digging. He was already missing. They already thought it was me.
I'm having a hard time with this. Yeah, your story's a little too convenient. You just happen to be in the area. They just happened to stop by to say hi, and then
They didn't stop by to say hi. They wanted some beef with Jasper. They recognized me.
with Jasper. So what you're saying is Axel went missing, and then Southside Boys were looking at Jasper.
Yeah, because they came after looking after you. You got dirty cops. This is your fault.
Hey, my station's clean, alright?
Yeah, that's not what they told me.
Go ahead and make your fourth roll.
oh my god, this is gonna go. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh. Alright. I mean, remember that failure is good for you. Nothing bad happens on this particular failure. Look, my station is I run a tight ship here, okay? I check in with everybody, what they're doing before and after their shifts. I've got IA fucking halfway up my asshole every other day.
Yeah, well, I saw Axel was came up talking to some of your cops
Yeah, because
as soon as we left.
fucking Axel's been telling us what the Southside Boys are up to.
Excuse me?
Yeah, we flipped them month back. Got a fucking whatever you call him, a beat cop happened to be an old friend of his. Made a connection. Had some conversations. He was copacetic. We've been working on taking him down.
With Axel?
Yeah, maybe a shit stain, but he knows a bunch of shit.
Who's in charge now then?
Fucking good question. All right, this is gonna be the last roll of the test.
Oh God.
This is catastrophic consequences are at the end of this failure, if there is one.
We're not dead yet. Yet.
All right, look, fine. I believe you. But Jesus fucking Christ, you can't be out here, Celia. Not today.
What do you mean? What?
With how hot things are with the Southside Boys, it's... Look, if you had nothing to do with it, that's fine. Just keep out of it. We'll clean things up. We'll quiet back down. Go back to looking. But you're too close to all this shit.
None of this is. How are we supposed to do here? How are we supposed to do the thing you asked us to do if I can't?
Can't fucking look
Talk
nowhere
to-
else. I guess
There's
what
nowhere
do you found?
Curtis Brown. He works here.
Yeah, works down on the docks.
Yeah, somebody. His wife's missing. Somebody, and now he's missing. I asked him if somebody was gonna hurt him, if somebody thought that they might want to hurt him or his wife, and he wouldn't tell me, but there was definitely something.
Do you wait a fucking minute. You say anything about 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, that's when she went missing.
Yeah. Yo, Maurice. Report on missing person Curtis Brown. Yeah, I mean fucking now. Jesus. Wait a second. What else? What else you got?
We're looking for a man named Carrie. He's been leaving
Oh, shit.
cards places.
Ah, fuck. Maurice, who's the desk sergeant, comes out with the folder. Yeah. Here it is. 2 weeks ago, Curtis Brown left his job early. Boss said it was something to do with his wife. Stupid party downtown. Mentioned it when we asked if he'd been popping out recently. You said Carrie?
Yeah. Tall guy.
Maurice, Officer Hellman working today? No, ma'am. Ain't called in.
He works nights?
Yeah, that's him. Officer working Axel. Shit. Worked that fucking party too.
What party?
Some stupid charity function downtown. Bunch of bigwigs, society types had Hellman work in security.
Well, I don't know. I think there's something up. He's been...
Fuck. All right, Maurice, can you...
Has he been acting strange, a little...
Seem normal to me. And sticking to work. Maurice? Yeah, boss. Showing up on time. Hey, can you get the security detail info from that gala?
Can we see his desk?
Yeah, sure. Come in. leads you inside. He's got a small desk in the bullpen. Just a
Alright.
just the beat cop. Go poking around
I
the.
think Violet should go poking around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you roll a think test for me?
I will help, but
Oh god, why is it in all caps?
Slash roll.
Give me the roll.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
this is why.
There's a compartment inside one of the drawers that leads into the bottom of the desk, and you slide that open and pull out a beat notebook. That's got some like just general notes from walking around, but it also has some personal notes. And a couple of them are, why didn't I notice before? Why is everything so different now? Can this really be real? What's different from me and them? Why do some know so much and some so little? And then there are like more case notes, and then there's a section that's from the night of the party, and it says, so interesting. If the difference between me and them is holding a world, what if I just make my own? I'll need help. Data. All of these people. So lifelike. But so fake. Argument outside, 6 p.m. Man and wife. Speaker, 7 p.m. Load of crap. But people like him. 7:30 p.m. Speaker talking with actress. Load of crap. But actress talks about Taxi Driver. Look into that. And then like some more case notes. Think someone's digging around now. Should probably do something about that. I've been trying, but this place, it's incomplete. Too one-sided. Needs more contrast. More bad. Axel should do. And that's where it leaves off. And I think that is where we will leave off for tonight's episode. So, thank you so much for playing tonight. Even though it was just the two of you, I like how this played. I think the game holds up. There's some spots that are iffy that I need to look at, but I think those are just general issues and not only 2-player party issues. So that's stuff for me to look at. Yeah. Do we want to do outros? Or actually, is there experience that I owe you? There's probably experience that I owe
like
you.
a lot of experience. Thank you very
We
much.
found books.
Yeah.
We found cards.
Okay, so you
We didn't
found
find cards.
you found the last 2 clues. You got Curtis's and Axel's.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, you already had Axel's. You got Curtis's and John's. So you get 2 experience for those.
Wait, John?
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah, so there's another missing person, which you can find out, who is John Hertz with a Z.
Oh, we heard about
Wait,
him.
wait.
You
Oh
did.
my god.
And you found out about Carrie Hellman, so that's another point. You found about Axel's relationship with the police, which is another point. And you found Carrie's logbook, which is another point. So the total 5.
Yeah.
That's a lot of XP to spend.
What was John Hertz from? When did we hear about that?
You heard
before?
about him in the bookstore. There was a display of self-help books written by therapist John Hertz.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. Good shit. Things are yeah, you two cracked this case wide the fuck open.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm interested to see what y'all do to try and track.
Yeah, Violet learned how to drive.
I don't think that counts. Nice try, Crispy Mango. Yeah, I'm interested to see how you guys try and track Hellman down now that you know who he is and potentially what he's up to. I'm also interested to see Jasper and K8's reaction to all of this. I'll be interested to see if Chris and Joel watch this video in the intervening time. So yeah, but we're running a little late on time, so why don't we do our outros? Starting with Lauren. Who are you? Where can people find you?
Hello. I'm Lauren. You can find me many places at JL_NiceGirl on Twitter. You can find me streaming all of the places all over the internet. So just check my Twitter for that. But I do want to shout out that this coming Tuesday is episode 3 of Too Many RPGs, a podcast about people who really like RPG shows. This episode has a friend of the show, Jay Dawson, talking about Dungeon Rats, which is a very funny podcast. And our podcast is particularly silly. So it's going to be a good time, I think. So definitely tune in. And yeah.
Awesome. And
Oh, I put videos on my website. So if you liked my terrible singing, you can hear slightly better singing at laurenbryantmonk.com.
if you would like to send compliments to Lauren for her amazing singing, you should do so on Twitter. Connor.
All right. I'm Connor at Cyberwolf1201 on Twitter, where I mostly just tweet about Critical Role or other D&D stuff and retweet a lot of art. You can also find me here on Twitch, twitch.tv/Cyberwolf1201, where most of the time I just play video games badly and talk about the lore and the world building of the games I play, and just talk with people in chat, because that's pretty fun. Yeah, that's me.
Awesome. And hello, I am. Oh, I can take us off of the screen with the map. Duh, I could have done that a while ago. I am the showrunner here on twitch.tv/NRSS. You can find recordings of this and other shows, along with my gameplay videos over on youtube.com/NRSS. You can keep tabs of scheduling for all of these shows, as well as upcoming projects, which will be announced in a few weeks, over on my Twitter at twitter.com/NRSS. And you can help support this channel and all the stuff that I am doing with it via several of the links below, but most notably my Patreon, which is patreon.com/NRSS, where I make RPG assets, predominantly maps and maps with map markers. I just did a set this last month that I feel is some of my best work so far.
But I have to download those.
And if I'm not doing maps, I'm doing token portrait borders to help bring an extra layer of polish to your digital tabletop. You can check that out with the command there. We also have a Discord, which I need to start shouting out more. Does that command work now? Yes, it does. Where you can come and geek out about the shows and talk to the people on them, all that fun stuff. So definitely check that out if you feel like chatting. I will not be back on Tuesday for the league. We're skipping a week, unfortunately, because there is an election in San Francisco and I will be working. But we will be back on Saturday, so 1 week from today, at, oh god, I think it's noon again, for Fun Shots Perdition, where we will be playing a game called Oubliette, which is a Fate hack all about surviving an endless underworld. So yeah, that's gonna be nice and interesting. That's been nice. Connor's on that, along with a couple people from around the interwebs. Chris is on that, who's also on this show usually, and Janaya from Heroines of the First Age, the Crimson Sun that I ran, and Katie from Off the Table. I think that's everyone in Perdition. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, I didn't forget anyone. Awesome. I would feel like such an asshole. And yeah, so look forward to that on Saturday. But if you want to keep tabs of any potential gaming streams in the meantime, Twitter's the place to look. I think that's all of my announcements and more, so we're going to head out. Thank you so much for watching and cheering us on and being there for all of the close calls tonight. But most importantly, have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.